Hi guys, today we'll be talking about veganism. This is something I feel like a lot of people should talk more about. I feel like a lot of people do not understand and don't even know what veganism is. So, some people are vegan for health. Some people are vegan for moral reasons, and that's kind of what it's mostly about. So, the main idea is to reduce animal suffering. So, we do not want animals dying for no reason. Being a vegan means that you don't consume any animal product. You don't support those industries. You don't wear fur, leather, none of that. Also don't buy things that have been tested on animals, so it has to be cruelty free. You have to check the sugars of the candy in case there's bone char. When I go to Costco, people eat at their ice cream, right? Their soft serve ice cream. You might see somebody eating soft serve ice cream, but what I see is grown ass adults, even children, okay? They're sucking the tits of a cow. That's just the truth. If you would not drink your mom's breast milk, why are you going to a different species and stealing her milk? People gag at human milk. But when it comes to a cow, that's fine. No, it's not fine. When you buy any sort of dairy products, you pay people to rape a cow. You support this, okay? Someone rapes the cow for you artificially. Artificial insemination or something. A farmer has to actually put his hand in the anus or the butt and has to actually do this to get her pregnant. And when she has her baby, they kill the baby if it's a boy. If it's a girl, they probably will keep her for milk. But if it's a boy, bye-bye. Horrible things happen. They'll send him for a veil just so you can have your milk. Your milk for your coffee, for your cereal. Disgusting. Why did we roll this far as humans? Why did we allow this? Just switch to plant-based. It's not that hard, honestly. It's just sad how the cow has to go through all that. She gives birth, the baby gets separated from the mom, and then they steal her milk. That's disgusting. Not to mention they have such a strong connection between each other, and you guys pay for this. We don't need milk. The reason why we started drinking milk was because of a drought. We have water, guys, and so much plant-based options that it's absolutely unnecessary. Don't even get me started on the health, risks and stuff like that, because there's hormones in milk. It's for a baby cow, for a different species, not for humans. It's not human milk. It's kind of disgusting when you think about it. There's a reason why slaughterhouses are hidden, because if this was on ads, how animals are getting slaughtered, how they're getting their throats slit instead of happy cows. People wouldn't support this. Many people would go vegan. And those, they're billion-dollar industries. So, of course, they have to make their money somehow. And you guys are blind. You're supporting this industry. Don't even get me started on the health risks when it comes to that meat. It's all processed. You guys don't eat raw meat. It's all processed, with those nitrates and whatever. Ew. It just body parts, their organs. Why would you want to eat that? Why would you want to eat death, first of all? Why? When you have so much plant-based options. But people think their taste is more important, their taste bugs, than the life of innocent sentient beings, okay? There's no reason to kill them, but they're like, oh, well, meat tastes different than those plant-based burgers. Even if it does a bit, why does that matter? Taste is not a justification for murder. Slavery, we used to think that was okay. There was a few people who started standing up, who were like, this is not okay. It doesn't matter what color you are. This is not okay. This is not okay. This is what's happening to the animals, okay? Just because they're lower than us, it doesn't mean that we should eat them. We should kill them in horrific ways, okay? We should steal their milk and do these horrible things to them. The truth is, people say that,
oh, well, animals are lower than us, they're dumber, that's why we can eat them, because they're more intelligent.
Okay, if there is a disabled human, does that mean you can eat them too? Because they're lower than you? What is this? What is this behavior? We're supposed to be growing as a society. Why are we still eating meat? This is disgusting. We're literally torturing animals. Please, guys, watch Dominion. It's probably in one of my posts. Dominion. You have to watch Dominion, guys. It will literally, it made my family go vegan in a day. One of those documentaries. We just watched slaughterhouse footage, and that's how we went vegan in one day. Our whole entire family of 6 people, guys, went vegan in a day. So stop complaining that, oh, it's so hard. Well, okay, you can switch your diet at any age, okay? My parents switched their diets. Also, we made our grandma go vegan right now. She's living with us for some time. Guys, honestly, it's funny to me how people talk about dogs getting kicked and abused, and they start saying, oh no, that's so sad. And it is sad. That should not happen. But when animals get abused like this, like cows, elephants, the other ones, all those other animals, you don't care, you don't give a shit because you see them as food. Excuse you, they're not food. You made them. You see them as food, but that does not matter. They're not food. They're innocent, sentient beings. It's just stupid to me how people chose one animal to love and the other ones, no, bye-bye. They are all loyal, okay? Cows are extremely loyal. Oh my god, don't even get me started on pigs. They have the intelligence of a 3-year-old. That means they're probably more intelligent than dogs. So pigs are smart as a 3-year-old. 3-year-olds are actually quite smart. And they get like castrated. I'm not sure that's how you say it, but it's when you get their genitals taken off so they can make babies alive, okay? Imagine that happening to you. No, imagine, just for a second, me getting scissored and just imagine. How would you feel? Let me take another example. How would you feel if you're like a female? Like people call themselves feminist or whatever. How is it feminist, like feminism or whatever, nowadays that we're using cows' bodies, we're using their bodies, we're stealing their milk, okay? If you ever been pregnant or anyone and you know how your body works, right? You produce milk. What if somebody stole that milk from you, killed your child, and started drinking it for themselves? What is that behavior? This is disgusting. Okay, we should respect animals. To be honest, I heard this so much times. Plants have feelings, they're alive. Good job. Are we in kindergarten? Yes, plants are alive. But are they sentient beings? No, they do not have a brain, don't have a nervous system. So that's like all just like general knowledge. It's really sad what happens to animals nowadays and how people treat them, how they're being exploited and no one's doing anything. Because these slaughterhouses are, again, they're hidden. Nobody knows about this, so we have to do our best to speak up about this. We can survive without this, okay? There are so many plant-based options, again. You literally can eat anything nowadays. And I heard that lab-grown meat is actually out now. It's just not as common. So slowly everything is going to become vegan over time. Because in the past, there was a time where there was slavery. Now, we grew from that. We realized that it was wrong. And soon, hopefully, this is going to happen with the animals. Okay, we're going to realize that this meat-eating thing, stealing milk, is like, what are we doing, okay? It's actually one of the biggest contributors to climate change, the meat industry, because of all the CO2 gas the animals release. And, they're cutting down trees for animal land. And there's not, enough trees or whatever. Oh my god, so they cut off the trees, but there's more and more animals. So that's why climate change is happening. It's got to the point where the reefs in the ocean are dying. Like, you can't even bring them back. That's how bad it is. So guys, we have to rethink our choices. It's very important. It's just horrible. They slit their throats and hang them upside down while they're still cautious. Like, that's not fair. And for pigs, I think they do the same. Pigs, they put them in gas chambers. Have you ever drank a soda and when you burp, that burn? Yeah, that's what they do to them. Their lungs, they try to breathe, but that's all they're breathing, that burp, okay? That stinging burn. And they put so much of it, and that's how they die. And there's so much footage of pigs jumping out of those trucks, those slaughterhouse trucks. If your dinner tried to escape from the slaughterhouse, that is not your dinner, that is your victim. Guys, we have to really rethink this. The meat industry is literally one of the biggest contributors to climate change. Oh my god, what's happening to animals is horrible, it's disgusting. We have to rethink this. There's another way. There's so much other alternatives, plant-based options. Oh my god, lab-grown meat. You don't have to kill animals. You don't have to support this industry, because at the end of the day, you can't love animals and eat them. You can't. It's not okay to do this, guys. You can actually find so much vegan recipes on Facebook. People say that, vegan diets made me feel worse. The truth is, they're just nutrient deficient. They weren't eating enough calories or whatever. They're just probably living on smoothies. And I'm not a doctor or anything, but that's just the truth. Most of them, that's what they did. My family, everybody's different, but my family is better than we used to be, okay? We're just perfect. We have the best blood results from our clinic. That's just the truth. We literally go to doctors and they're just confused why we're so healthy. Okay, that proves what type of doctors they are. My dad got his, blood test done, and they're like, whoa, why are your cholesterol levels so good? You have diabetes, but why are they so good? They were literally mad to this point. Anyways, guys, that's it. I really hope you rethink your choices. Go vegan for the animals.